I wasn't seeing it?
I have it up. I can see things. It's not like it would have been undiscovered for years.
Mm.
Look,
The
I'm just
undiscovered
saying don't
country.
get a big head about it. Yeah, it was nice that you told me information, but I would have figured it out.
Well, I guess.
Sure.
I'd have figured it out.
If you say so.
You know what was really nice about this particular scene selection? I didn't have to do anything with it. It still worked because it's all in black.
Not
Nice.
bad. Not bad at all.
And then the logo, I just blew up to be really, really big so that it now takes up all the space. So if I switch to that, you'll see that in a minute. It doesn't look good, but it works.
Well, I'm looking.
It'll be there.
Oh!
Whoa. Pretty.
So we got that going for us.
Nice. Oh wait, I'm gonna pop that up all the way and see how it looks big. I guess it looks okay big. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, good job.
It's
Good
fine.
job.
It's fine.
Cool.
It's good. You'll see the other
Yeah.
one when we start. Hi, chat room. Hi, Ben. Hi, Leeta.
Hi,
Hello.
Leeta. Hi, John. Hi, chat room.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Core. Yeah, that's what we're doing, right?
No, we're not playing core.
Everybody's yelling core.
No, not everybody. Just two people, and
That's
Leeta and I aren't.
2 people. We could take a vote.
Well, there we go. We're playing D&D now. Nah, that was earlier today.
Yep. Man, I'm tired.
Me too.
I don't know why I'm more tired on the friggin' Saturday show than I am on the Friday show.
Because you stayed up late Friday and then woke up and did a whole bunch of stuff on Saturday, and now it's nighttime.
No, I got a better night's sleep. Oh, I know why it was. It's because I went for an hour walk. That's why.
Oh, and it's hot here.
Oh,
It is. And it was
Nice.
rainy, and it was good.
could be worse. Could be Sunday.
Yeah.
Ah,
Man, I feel sorry for anybody whose Sunday it is today.
Yeah,
Mm.
that would be rough if it was Sunday. Sunday's the sad day. But it's like
Yeah.
Sunday morning, right? Like,
It's 1 o'clock
Sunday,
right now over there, John.
1
Oh.
p.m.
oh, so you're approaching the depression hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Where
What's
where
that, 3?
reality will kick in to I have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
No.
That's a bummer.
That's okay. 9 more working days and then I'm on holidays. Yay.
Oh,
Yay.
well, that's good.
I'm
Yeah.
going to try not to yawn a whole bunch. Hey, it's nothing to do with either of you. It's just I'm tired as well.
Why are you tired, Ben? What were you doing today?
I had a hard time falling asleep last night, and then I woke up early this morning with the intention of working, and then I'm like, screw that. So then I slept a little bit more, and then I went and played D&D where I was standing up most of the time, and then I went to feed my sister's cat, and then I ate, and now I'm here.
Your DM makes you stand up for D&D?
No, it's just it's a raised table,
Hardcore.
and being on a raised chair sometimes it's like a wooden chair, so at times it's uncomfortable, so I stand.
Okay.
Sometimes standing is easier.
Uh-huh. See, Kim knows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, should I call
Exactly.
you Leeta or Kim, or I'm probably gonna hop back and forth between them?
That's okay.
Ah,
That's my real name, people, if you don't know.
Well, there used to be a show on the internet where you went by your real name all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
That's
online
right.
anymore because I stopped paying for it.
Nice.
Who knows who Kim is? I mean, it's definitely not spelled that way.
I was going to say, definitely not spelt that way. So I don't know who that Kim is, but yes.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe I'll just drink a whole bunch of Dr. Pepper and then it'll wake me up.
You should do that. Drink a bunch of Dr. Pepper.
I has coffee.
Did you
Should have made some coffee.
Did you win in your D&D campaign today, Ben?
Well, no one died. I got attacked a whole bunch because I have a tendency to not try and be stealthy because I'm a dwarf wearing plate armor and I'm kind of loud and boisterous. So I'm walking along and all of a sudden there was like, oh, I don't know, 8 kobolds in front of me. And I had a thief behind me. She was
You
on our
know,
team.
take my candle.
And
Did
then,
someone say that? Please say someone said
no,
that.
actually, no one did, surprisingly. But then, like, we were up on kind of like a 10-foot high plateau or whatever, and then down and then far away was where everybody else was. That's where some cultists and some other kobolds were. So they took care of all of them, and it was me and the thief, and then a monk who was just kind of in there for one session. We took care of the ones up top for the most part. But I made a really cool magical weapon appear and like attack things with me. That was pretty cool.
I want to make my own off-brand D&D, and when I do, it's going to be called Cultists and Kobolds.
Except you play as the cultist or kobold, and that's all you get.
You get 2 choices.
Do you want to be a cultist or a kobold?
You can either be dedicated to a cause, a dark cause, or you can be a shitty fantasy rodent creature.
If I could be anything, I'd be a shitty fantasy rodent. Yeah.
All right. Well, should we do a show? I'm thinking maybe a show.
Yeah, I think that's
Sure.
good.
All right.
Yeah.
I have us penciled in for a show.
For sure. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop the recording of the pre-show and then start recording again.
Okay. That's
Probably just it makes it easier for me to track how long we go and stuff, and it works well for me that way.
Okay. Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
You do you, man.
I do.
I didn't need to know that.
Good. So Cam or Leeta, whenever you're ready to kick us off, go right ahead.
Sure. Okay. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, this is Leeta, and you are joining me with the boys from Azeroth Roundtable. Yay!
I think you're the only person who cheers.
It was good.
It's like you're happy to be here.
I am! I'm excited.
Man. I should have played with my webcam settings on pink.
It's okay, John. You're just embarrassed.
Oh,
you look
it's like, oh, it's Kim. I mean, Leeta. There we go. The first 5 seconds, and I call you technically the wrong thing.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all
Anyways, welcome to Azeroth Roundtable, episode 226. My name is Ben Bumhofer, and with me, as always, is John Jagger. How's it going, John?
Hello, Ben. It is Saturday night here in Azeroth, and we've had a day off, and we've relaxed, and we've enjoyed. But now it's time to take a seat at the round table and get serious.
Wait, we have to get serious?
No, because joining us today is Leeta. Hi, Leeta.
Hey, boys.
Hey, Leeta, how's it going?
Good. I'm so excited to be here and have a chat with you guys again. It's been a little while, apparently. So, so thank you.
Well, we always like talking to you, and it's been forever since I've talked to you. Well, overall, really. So, welcome back.
I know. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, that's the show. Thanks for stopping by. And we've got to stop doing that joke. Yeah. Anyways, so something, John, I'd say very important happened, but not important in a good way.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm going to pretend like I don't know what you're talking about and go, what?
Yeah, well, let me ask you something. John, you tend to buy collector's editions of the Blizzard games up until recently when I said, hey, you could borrow my soundtrack and listen to it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and Leeta, I know that you are a big fan of collector's editions for the different Blizzard games, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So just out of curiosity, what's the big draw for the collector's edition for you?
The pet.
I can't fault you on that because that's kind of a big thing for me too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, normally, absolutely. Pet, when it comes to pets in games, yes. But the other thing that I do always love to get, and that would be the CD or the DVD or the video or, the little extras that come with it. So,
Mhm.
so yes, I do love them.
Exactly. And one of the big extras for me is the soundtrack. I mean, I have, well, okay, the third one is because of the pet, but I have all collector's editions of some form of StarCraft 2, and I've played maybe 4 missions of that because I love the Blizzard music. I have all the collector's editions for World of Warcraft since I've started because I love the music. I got the collector's edition of Overwatch because I love the music. Same with Diablo and everything like that. It is something that, really brings a lot of the Blizzard games to life. And a lot of that hard work, I mean, granted, yes, there's a team behind it, but there is one man who is kind of the reason why a lot of that stuff is as good as it is, much less, you know, like fills in seamlessly throughout those gameplays, and that's Russell Brower.
Yeah.
John, you've met Russell Brower, right?
Yes, twice.
Yes. He is a incredibly talented guy, very nice, and I mean, loves his fans.
He
And
he loves his fans, but he also loves what he does. Like, he's one of
Mhm.
those people that just radiates a passion for what they do. Like, it's a rare quality to see somebody who dives in and does something. And yeah, it's their job, they get paid for it, but you can just tell that they live and breathe this sort of stuff.
Mhm.
And he was definitely one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why are you speaking of him in past tense, John?
Well, the reason for this preamble is because he is actually no longer with Blizzard. We got
What?
a notice on Friday that that would be his last day at the company.
Well,
And
we got notice.
yeah, we as a collective, as
Yeah.
fans, as people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's such a bummer. Like
Mhm.
I'm sorry to hear that. So essentially his position was removed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to speak too much about internal Blizzard policies because frankly, I don't know them.
Yeah. Same here.
We it's easy enough to glean that this was not voluntary. It's easy enough to glean that this seems like it was off of some form of restructuring how that department will be working. And it does sound like they are going to be contracting out composers, or at least uh, certain aspects of audio composition for the games going forward, which he could still participate in.
Yeah.
Um,
In fact, I believe in his post he even said something about looking forward to working more with them on a freelancer base.
yeah.
Mhm.
So again, I don't want to necessarily fall down a rabbit hole of speculating too much. These are the things that we've been able to kind of glean and understand from what information is out there. Um, I don't want to turn this into poo-pooing Blizzard for letting such a
No, no.
talented individual go. I don't want to make it sound like he died. He's still around. He's still doing work, and odds are there's a very good chance he'll still be doing music for future Blizzard projects to come.
Yeah.
Um,
Much less tons of other stuff. And in
Mhm.
fact, in his post, he did talk about an upcoming album as well.
yeah. But I do want to at least, we want to acknowledge what the news is, and then I do think we should also take a little bit of time to just acknowledge some of our favorite music from World of Warcraft and kind of give an acknowledgement to the kind of work that he did.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, John, this is a topic that you kind of, said, hey, I want to talk about. And, Leeta and I, we definitely agree. But I think that's, to kick it off, when you think Blizzard music, like, is there a specific track or a specific time or something like that just always just immediately comes to mind first and foremost over anything?
I mean, I think I'll go. This is by no means my favorite piece of music. I don't even know if it's the most iconic. But to me, if you say the soundtrack of World of Warcraft, it is always that opening sound when you first log in and you see the loading screen. You know, it's to me that is the introduction we all have to a new expansion. It's always very interesting to hear how that theme has evolved over time. There's, like I said, there's a lot more I like better. There's a lot more that are probably more iconic in some ways, but to me, that is the definition of, you say World of Warcraft music, and I picture that, you know, stirring start when you're at the loading screen.
Yeah. Okay. Lita, what about you? I mean, I know that's, you and I have talked about music before, into other things and everything, but is there something that just screams Russell Brower, or like if you hear a piece of music out in the wild, you just all of a sudden's like, Blizzard, this is it, like what is the big draw, or your favorite piece or something along those lines?
Oh, favorite pieces. There's so many. I mean, I always go back to when I first started playing, and for I don't know, maybe the first 6 months, I didn't know that there was music in the game because I didn't know music wasn't turned on. And when I discovered you could turn, like, there was music, that was it. Like, that, I was sold. I cannot play the game without there being music on. It may not be very loud, but it is always there. And I think being an undead warlock, it just, anything that is over in like Undercity, the what is it, the Highborn, the Sylvanas music, that gets me in the feels every time. Going into Ogrimmar, the first time I went into Ogrimmar, well, okay, it wasn't the first time because I didn't know the music was on, but when I realized and you walked into, Ogrimmar, and that music started playing, it was like, you could just feel that. I don't know whether it's horde pride or whatever it is. And I suppose the same is with Stormwind, that it's got that particular music that when you go in there. But yeah, for me, it really started with, Undercity and Ogrimmar, and feeling that and just being like, I love it. Going over to Pandaria and hearing, when you're in Vale, and hearing that music, and, it's all very light, and it's seen me on so many journeys. He's been in my life. Russell Brower's been in my life for 12 years as a musical influence. And yeah, it's amazing. I love the soundtracks, the music, every zone you go to. It just brings up so much emotion, not only to the game, but, with bringing back memories, things that you've done when you're raiding, when you've gone to kill something for the first time, and you can hear that music. And yeah, it's just very moving.
Oh yeah, and it's one of the things, you bring up the emotion behind it, and it's like, each zone has a story to tell. I mean, through questing and everything like that, but throughout the entire game, from the very beginning to, currently, it really feels like a lot of the music, it just tells a story along with that, the whole time. And that's one of the things that I really appreciate. Especially, all the emotion behind it. Like you said, the Lament of the Highborn, that Sylvana song it's great. In fact, John, I remember when I first got that quest, he said, "Oh, don't turn that in until I'm online," because he wanted to go and
Yeah.
see it. It was the only way to actually ever get that piece of music, was when someone was turning it in. So, I went and turned it in, and, John, you were super duper like excited for it because, you finally get to hear it again.
Yeah, it was a nice excuse to hear it. That is one of my favorite pieces when it comes to actually like an iconic theme. That one is also way up there for me. I think another one that we have to acknowledge, because I think it's one of the best, is Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
is another one that immediately comes to mind. Like, there's a few tracks that you know by name. Like, there's a lot of tracks that I love, but I don't know the name of them, and I have to say, like, it's the music from sometimes it's as easy as saying The Zone, you know, like Grizzly Hills. But it's pretty rare that I know the name of the track, and Invincible and Lament of the Highborn are two that I just have always known and have always stood out to me as some of the best themes in the game.
Yeah. See, for me, I have to say that the absolute favorite track out of all of WoW, Diablo, Overwatch, everything that Blizzard's done is The Wandering Isle. I have a huge spot in my heart for the Mists of Pandaria soundtrack. I love the style of it. I love like the little like stringed instrument, which I totally forget exactly what it's called. That's in there weaved throughout a lot of the stuff, and just how like just this little tiny simple theme can swell up into this gigantic like overture of something. And the mop stuff is by far my favorite, but The Wandering Isle, I think it's like about a minute in or something. It's like, just this rush, the swell, and then goes into this nice little like stringed piece. And it gives me chills every single time that I hear it. And I just love it so much. It's good. And then of course, the end music is something just so bizarre and different for that.
And all the variations of it. Like, because it's the same theme, but with different instruments and different stylings and all of that. It's really a lot of fun. I do want to say, just because I'm seeing it in the chat, and if I'm seeing it in the chat, it could potentially be comments and emails. Let's be clear, we're talking music in general. We're not necessarily talking about his themes. I know these are not necessarily ones that he wrote. There are some that he has iterated on and built upon. But, we're just talking the music in general. We're doing an appreciation for the music because that's what he loved and that's what he did. So I'm going to give another one. I'm going to give an example of a piece of music that I like so much it makes me make a decision that other people find questionable.
I'm a little worried about this now, actually.
And that is, I like the music in Vashir so much that I go there instead of Hyjal.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like, I get you though. The music is very nice. It's pretty. It's very fitting for the mood there. But I just still can't play it.
I love Vashir. It's such a good zone. Everybody's wrong but me.
I love Vashir.
Okay,
it's a great
yes.
Zone.
Yeah. All right, 2 people love the zone. That's great.
It's a fantastic zone. I understand why people don't like it. I do think that the last time I was there and I was under there for a while, I was like, man, my head is starting to hurt. I think maybe I understand the people who complained about the wavy underwater vision thing causing problems. But I don't know. There's something about, I like the way the questing and the story is presented. I like, it goes a little too long, the zone. But I would also say the same thing about Hyjal. I think a lot of the zones in there go a little too long. Yeah. But the music there, I just love. When you open up and you see the big deep parts of the ocean and the music just seems to match it so perfectly. I love it. It's one of my favorite themes in the game, and I will continue to play a zone that everybody hates because of it. So
nice.
Fine. Something that surprised me, and I've got to go back to Mists of Pandaria for this one, is well, first of all, Leeta, have you ever leveled a panda?
Yes.
Okay. And John, I know you have, because, well, you want to experience as much content as possible. Whether you kept it or not, who knows? But
I think I have a panda. Oh yeah, I have an alliance panda right now.
Okay. So, when you first start out and you kind of go through and do stuff and everything, and then you're sent to like across this big giant bridge. But if you take the stairs down, there's like these little kids and they're sitting there and they're like having a history lesson taught to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so John, do you remember this?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay, so that track is great, and it's one of I think it might actually be the only voice track that's in the World of Warcraft soundtrack, except for like Lament of the Highborn.
I was gonna say Lament has it, but yep,
Mm.
you're right.
Yeah. And I mean, I just remember going down there and, like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to learn the history. I was totally into the lore and all that stuff. So I'm sitting down, and then this music's, really cool. This again, another string thing, but it's not like, played with a bow. It's like plucked. Then all of a sudden, this voice comes in, this deep, like, rich, warm, comforting voice singing some words I can't understand at all. But it was just like this perfect thing that totally taught you about the culture, and just like I sat there and I'm like, I'm actually a panda sitting here. I was like so immersed in this thing, and I mean it was so great. And it's like just the little things like that the music can just kind of share and show you, and everything is something that is just phenomenal. It's eye-opening. It changes the experience totally.
I want to talk about one more that's also very popular, and it's going to get a lot of support. People like the music a lot. This isn't gonna be a controversial opinion by any means. Grizzly Hills.
How dare you?
Let's talk about Grizzly Hills.
Yeah.
What I love about the Grizzly Hills theme now, I'm gonna have to be told if I'm crazy or not on this part, because I grew up in a place that kind of looks like Grizzly Hills. Like that's where I was born. That's where I grew up. Like it felt a little homey to me. So I
can vouch for that. I lived there for a while.
I'm a bit predisposed to having like knowing what it feels like to be in a place like that. Like I have actual real life experience there. But to me, when I went into that zone, and you're going from these, snowy, very cold feeling looking zones, to all of a sudden this thick forest, and the music kicks in. The music, I genuinely felt warmth from the music, and felt like, oh, this zone is warmer. This zone has a warmth radiating from it. And, occasionally you'll hear people describe music and they'll use, feelings to describe music, and I don't always get it. I'm usually just like, hey, it's music. You like it or you don't. This was one of those cases where I was like, no, I can feel it. It made me feel warmer. Everything else was cold. Grizzly Hills felt warm. And man, I love that theme. I love it so much.
Yeah. No, I mean, I kind of feel the same way. And every time I think of Grizzly Hills, when I hear that music, it's like, it's not warm as in like, oh, I'm in the sun. It's like there's a crisp chill to the air, but I can undo my parka.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, that's the first time Ben's admitted to wearing a parka while playing World of Warcraft.
Nice.
Yeah, I do it all the time because I like to immerse myself. When I'm in Firelands, I put that parka on. It
why
gets
would
really
you put
hot.
the parka on in
No,
Firelands?
because I get really hot that way.
Oh.
I bump up
you're making
the temperature
it
up so it's
match
hot.
the temperature. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha. I thought you were.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And then when I'm in Northrend, I drop the AC down to like 2, and that's when I put the parka on again. It's multi-use. It's good like that.
Okay, chat. I'm not saying Grizzly Hills is warm. I'm saying it's warmer. Man, we have a very literal chat tonight.
Wow. Okay. Oh, jeez. I don't know where to go from there, just because literal chat's going to call us something.
I know. No matter what we say, this is going to be... You used warm and Grizzly Hills in the same sentence. I just said I lived in basically that zone in real life. I know what it feels like outside, and I know it isn't warm.
Well, in the summer it is.
It is in the summer.
Yeah, I can get up to 90.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Is there any other pieces of music that you want to call out? I mean,
Yes.
there are a ton.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there is so many, but I don't know if you realize this, but for me, one of my most favorite things is Dark Moon Fair.
Oh
Okay?
my gosh, yes.
Right. Now, not only is Dark Moon Fair music very, very cool, however, on the hour, every hour, there is a band that plays on a stage. And I like to go, and I'm a bit of a groupie. I like to go see them. And, of course, you know, they play Power of the Horde, which is very, again, you know, it is an awesome rock song, very heavy, all of that. But every time I go to Dark Moon Fair, as soon as I hear that music, I have to go see them. I have to stand there, watch the performance, and be like, yep, you know, cheer, do my little weird female undead dance that I do. Sometimes I'll hop off on stage. But now, I don't know if you've been to Dark Moon Fair last month, because they did add in another band. And that is also very cool, because they are on every half hour. So if Elite, the whatever they're called now, the formerly band known as Elite Torrent Chieftains, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
I still call them ETC. They play at, say, 8 o'clock. Well, the other band, which I've completely forgotten what they're now called.
It starts with a G
metal?
or something, right?
Metal? Isn't it like something metal? Because it's
No,
like
wait, are you
death
talking about the one in the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
what they're called. But
Yeah, I
they're
can't remember.
I like
But
that
they-
Ben was like, "Wait a minute, let me identify." No
well,
idea.
no, I just want to make sure that they're not on the main stage.
Oh, okay.
No, they're over because they've added this, you know, like.
Oh, Blightbore.
Thank you, Blightbore.
Yes,
That's
thank you,
it.
chat room.
And yeah, they're very cool. So they're on every half an hour, or on the half hour. So they're on at 8:30 or 9:30, or yeah. So it's really cool because it's Dark Moon Fair. It's like my favorite place, and now I've got 2 bands that I can go see.
That's awesome.
So-
I'm gonna go check that out as soon as the show's over.
And
Yeah,
John, what's really cool is you get achievements and stuff, and you can get toys and everything from the second one.
I got you
because-
are a rock star achievement
it's
or
great.
whatever it is.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
moment this is done, I'm gonna go there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
John.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna even finish the show because I want to log in and see it right now.
Well, I got some bad news for you, John.
Oh, what's the bad news?
The bad news is that the Dark Moon Fair is not currently going on right
Oh, right. That's why I never go to that garbage island.
now. But have you heard the music there normally?
Yes, there are 2 things I like about the Dark Moon Fair. Only 2. I like the way it looks, and I like the way it sounds. So I'm 100% on board with Leeta. I just still F that place.
I know. I really wish that I could have my Hearthstone set there, even if there was for the rest of the month, not have anyone around, and I could just have an innkeeper just there. I would hearth back there in a heartbeat.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I logged out there and then I logged back in and Dark Moon Fair was over?
Mm-hmm.
And there literally is nothing there.
Nothing there.
You log in, all the buildings and stuff are there, but you can't do anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
So it's like a haunted theme park?
Yeah, it
Mhm.
totally was.
Yeah.
It was like a total haunted theme park. And
Yeah.
the thing is, there were no battle pets anywhere. There were no nothing.
Nothing.
No enemies, no wolves, nothing at all. And it was the weirdest thing. I have no idea how I actually was able to log into that place, but I'm just like, okay, this is a little weird. This is before the carousel. Otherwise, I'd totally run and try to jump on the carousel, see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I ran around, explored. I looked for everything and nothing. Even the bunny was gone. So yeah, it was one of those creepy, kind of cool moments, though.
I think this
Yeah.
makes it more alarming because it implies that they bring literally all that stuff when they settle there.
Well, no, the buildings and stuff were there. Just all the people were gone.
Yeah, but they take all the animals with them too.
Oh yeah, true.
They have a
It's
murderous
kinda
bunny that they literally bring in and pretend it's not associated with them, but it's clearly associated with them.
Okay, come here, little Kiernabog. Go in there, hang out. It's cool.
Could
Run
you
away.
imagine they'd be, you could just see them trying to do that, and they've got like face masks, and they've got like ice hockey stuff there. Come on, little buddy. Come on, little buddy. Over here. Hop out. Just wait here. Wait. It's trying to kill me. Yeah.
Of course, now I'm picturing that there's a Jason NPC walking around like on the island when no one else is there to just kill anybody who spawns in.
Yeah. That would be hilarious.
They're saying it ports you to your hearth now, which is way less exciting. I mean, why not let people hang out on an island that has nothing there? Yeah. Like, they're gonna leave eventually, and if they don't, then they've spent $15 a month to stand on an empty, deserted island. Like, more power to them.
Yeah. But that would be cool, because it's like, it's my island. Because you go there, and there'd be no one there. So it'd be like, I claim thee as Leeta's island. And
just wait there, like the night before Darkmoon Fair comes, and then just see everybody just kind of spawn in. Yeah. That'd be creepy on its own, anyway.
Like, $2, everyone. This is my island now. You want in? $2. $2 gold. Come on.
It seems silly, but I actually did this in EverQuest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a little island if you left, I can't remember if it was Freeport or Kinos, but the boat would stop at an island that was basically, it wasn't a very big island, but it had, it was clearly a volcano because it had a big crater in the middle. It had a bunch of fire beetles on it, and I just decided one day that my character was going to be playing a marooned on an island character, and I was going to live on the island. And that's what I was going to do. And I spent an obscene amount of time just being on that island.
Wow.
Day 37. Still no food. It's a good thing I can heal myself.
The nice thing was that the beetles on the island were a high enough level that they gave me experience. So it kind of turned into South Park WoW episode leveling, where it's like, I'm just going to kill fire beetles. Nothing but fire beetles.
You were doing your own little version of Bloodthirsty. There you go.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It was fun, though. I mean, like, that was the thing. I did a lot more role-playing back in the day with MMOs. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should go take over the Darkmoon Fair Island.
That'd be kind of cool. You have to make sure you have a spectacular top hat of some sort, though.
Yeah, this belongs to me. But I'm with you, Leeta. Back to the music. The music there is phenomenal. It fits the visuals perfectly. It is one of my favorite themes because I love crazy carnival themes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In fact, that's why they call you Crazy Carnival Jon.
Nope, nobody calls me that.
Oh, man. Okay, so you want to talk about another piece of music that's just great. If there is one raid in this entire game that the music for it is absolutely perfect, it's got to be Karazhan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
It makes me think of Castlevania, and I've never played Castlevania before.
You're right. It definitely has some inspiration there. For sure. And I love it. That also kind of falls. It's not Crazy Carnival, but it's a similar kind of sound. It's a lot of organ and kind of haunting, and I love the Karazhan theme as well.
Do you remember the first time that you were going through Karazhan and coming up to, obviously the stage? But before you get to the stage, you walk, you're going through, and there's that massive, organ piano thing over on the corner, and you've got mobs everywhere, and you're like trying to kill the mobs, and they're just coming left, right, and center, and you're making your way along the corridor, and you can just feel how the energy from that place has changed, because that organ, how rich and powerful. And then you get up on the stage, and you're like, what show are we going to get? What show are we going to get? And then, and then it starts, and you're like, we've got, it's Wizard, or we've got, whichever it is. And the music that comes along with it. I still remember that feeling of that first time witnessing that, and again how powerful that means to me in the game. So
Oh
what
yeah.
about you guys? Do you get that kind of impact with things within the game as well?
Oh yeah. I mean, especially with Karazhan, with the just the hearing the organ and everything, and then like you said, just okay. So disclaimer: I always wanted to be Wizard of Oz because I was a fire mage and I wanted to solo the straw man,
Hmm.
like hands down. That's what I always wanted because when my first time in there and every time afterwards, it was like, okay, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? And seriously, like the strategy is, just do some sort of fire spell on Strawman, and he's just gonna run around going wah because he's on fire. Well, so I ran that for probably a good year and a half, almost 2 years straight, and we only got like Wizard of Oz probably like 5 times. It was so few and far between. But luckily, I
Hmm.
got the ruby slippers when it dropped that one time. But no, and that's one of the things is that just the feel of like the impact of some of this music, like um, Cataclysm had a soundtrack that I mean it was really good, but it was really heavy. Um, Warlords of Draenor is actually a really good example because I mean there's so much like drums and just savage music in there and everything like that it really fit like well with the expansion. And for that, I really appreciate it. But that's one soundtrack that I can't really listen to because I'm just kind of sitting there like feeling like something's after me. Like I have to, constantly look over my shoulder or, be ready to fight at any moment. And just that sort of feeling and stuff permeates through the expansion when you're having that music play while you're running around and everything. Really weird, and they're really good at doing that. And I really don't like listening to the Warlords of Draenor soundtrack all that much because of it.
Yeah, that's kind of the one that is also the one for me that's like doesn't get a lot of play. There's not a lot of tracks that I associate with it where I hear it and I'm like if you played a bunch of tracks, I can usually pick out, one or two main themes from each expansion. And I don't think I could with Warlords. I might in that I don't recognize it from any other expansion.
So you'll just assume that it's Warlords.
Yeah. Like, I'd probably hear the Garrison theme and be like, this is really familiar. I can't put my finger on what this is, but I feel like I've heard it 7 million times. I'm not sure. I feel like we had to get those extra digs on Warlords because Kyle tricked us into being nice to it last week.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Thanks a lot, Kyle. So I think one of the funnier themes, not because it's funny, but because my raid team used to sing it when we were going into Molten Core. Because right when you zone in, and everybody would have to zone in, it plays that dun 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 dun. Like, that's a terrible impression of it. Just go into Molten Core, you'll hear it. It's much better than me doing it, because me doing it's bad. But everybody would sing along with it. And it was just weird. It was weird to have people singing along with a piece of music, just because we're hyped. We're gonna sing along with the raid music right now, and it's gonna be exciting and it's gonna be fun.
Okay, okay, so there's a dungeon theme for one dungeon that I think stands up above the rest of them, and it it gives you kind of like a good sense of purpose and everything, but then the weight of everything that you're doing as well, and that is the culling of Strathome. So it
Hmm.
starts out kind of light, and then it has the dee 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 dun 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 dun, then all the just like kind of like the Latin-ish sounding voices kind of booming in on
Mm-hmm.
there and everything. Just that's a good one. Like in some instances where I've done a zone so many times where I'm just flying through from one to another and stuff, I might have the music turned off, but anytime I go into calling a Strathome, music's right back on because it it's just so cool and like perfect. And you're trying to beat this timer, and Arthas is going super slow and is the worst paladin ever, and it's great. I love it. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any more that are just very, very iconic to me. I'm. It's like I feel like I'm the John only
Gadget Stan.
likes the top 20 guy because I'm like, I like Invincible and Grizzly Hills and like.
And Britney Spears has a good track somewhere too. And...
Oh, all right. Alessander in the chat with one that I do absolutely love. The music from Wrathgate was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yep. No issues with that. That music was accurately epic. So...
Well, if we go just full into sound design for that cutscene, like everything about the cutscene itself, like the music was great, but just the sound design of it, the battle sounds of Bolvar yelling, of the whole For the Horde as the Horde rides down the hill together and stuff, like audibly, it is just such a feast for your ears. Yeah. I just love how it all comes together.
Yeah, and that theme where it builds, that da 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 da, like that, super cool. Every time it builds, and it's always when the Lich King's doing something nefarious. Well, he's always doing something nefarious, but
what?
He times it to music. He does it intentionally. It's really good. But I just thought of another one that I completely forgot about, and I don't know why I did. Later I'm going to ask you all what your favorite soundtrack is, and I guess I'm going to show my hand early also by how much music I'm picking from it. But Howling Fjord, oh my gosh, do I love the music in Howling Fjord. It's so good. I have said before on the show, if I could build a little home in World of Warcraft, I think it would be in Howling Fjord.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. Leeta, do you have just as an idea, do you have a zone that you want to live in? I mean, whether it's for music or not, I'm just curious because everybody has a place where they want to live.
I have two. I want a holiday zone, and okay. So my main base would be Death Knoll, the undead starting zone, because it speaks to me on so many levels that it will forever hold my heart. However, when I go for my holiday, then Nagrand, old Nagrand, I have got my floating island up there that I like to go visit, and it's just that's my other place. It just has so many memories and brings a sense of calm relaxation. So does Death Knoll. I know a lot of people are like, what? But Death Knoll really is a sense of...
Well, the mobs are yellow there. It makes sense.
Yeah. Some of them. Spiders, wolves, bats.
Can I embarrass myself for a minute?
Sure. Of course. You always can on this show, John.
Get ready. This is going to be one of the dumber things I've ever said on this show. I have a weird feeling about Nagrand. I've always wondered what it is about Nagrand, because Nagrand is very nice looking. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's beautiful there. And I've never really liked Nagrand, and I think I finally nailed down what I think my problem is with Nagrand, and when I realized it, I was like, this is possibly the stupidest thing ever.
Are you scared of falling off?
No, I'm pretty sure I'd have allergies in Nagrand.
That's awesome. Me too. But I like to portray my character as she's got none.
Right.
Well, she's dead, Leeta. She's dead.
Yeah. She can't smell it anyway. It's all good. That's awesome,
God,
John.
That's great.
I don't know why I think that. I'm just pretty sure I'm allergic to something in Nagrand.
I don't know why, but that's great. Oh man. Okay, well, if I was going to be allergic to a zone, it'd be Eversong Woods.
It's too much pollen.
Way too much pollen there. I mean, everything's red and yellow. It's too much pollen.
And see, I also get the same feeling from Westfall, but I mean, there's a lot of hay there, so it makes sense.
Hey. Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh.
I don't even know if I'm allergic to hay. I just feel like I would be. So I don't know. I don't know why I think I'm allergic to Nagrand, but anyway, Leeta talked about Nagrand, and I thought I'd share that embarrassing.
I'm glad you figured it out though.
Yeah,
That's cool. That makes sense though.
maybe it's the
Yeah.
animals. There's a lot of animals in Nagrand, and they
Mhm.
all have very thick, woolly
Cleft
coats.
hoofs seem like they
Yeah.
would, have a lot of dander.
Like if
Hmm.
you smacked a cleft hoof, you'd get like a face full of dander and dust, and you'd just be like sneezing for a month.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. The Talbuks not as much. They're more like goats or horses. I don't know if anybody's really allergic to goats and horses. I'm sure someone is, but
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
But again, they're around hay, and a lot of people
Yeah.
are allergic to hay.
Mm.
I don't know that tall bucks are, but
Yeah.
You go tall buck, goat, hay. That's the order of things.
Yep, that's the flow chart right there.
Yeah.
Goat hay.
Anyway,
Oh,
Ben,
good.
where would your vacation home be? Or I
Well-
guess it was just regular home, but we've moved to
Yeah.
vacation
Well,
homes.
well, we could do both. Regular home, I'd still have to go with Valley of the Four Winds. I like it. It's cool. It's semi-calm, and I like the idea of like the small community there. I'm cool with that. Vacation home though, that's really tough.
Vashir.
No, the thing is in all honesty, I'd probably want some place that has like a good ocean view, and I think
Vashir would
maybe
have a
some of the
nice
best
ocean view.
some of the best ocean views I've seen have actually been in Eversong, but I think I might be allergic to that now. So I might have issues with that. But yeah, we'll see. But maybe the Isle Kildanis. I mean, after the Sunwell's back and all the demons are gone, because currently
Oh,
not so
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, this is assuming that you're not going to be constantly attacked by mobs, right?
Yeah, I like that the chat has now pointed out that real home, vacation home, and allergic to is the Mary F. Kill of Azeroth Roundtable. So there you go. You can now ask your friends real home, vacation home, and allergic to. And so I'm allergic to Nagrand. I live in Howling Fjord, and I would vacation to
Grizzly Hills.
Grizzly Hills right next door.
Well, time to vacation. Okay, we're here.
We did it. We made it.
Oh, that's great. I don't know. I mean, I like the snow too. I need 2 vacation homes. I would need like Howling Fjord or Grizzly Hills, and then some beachfront property that I'm apparently allergic to.
I mean, they're right next to each other.
You can live in both. You just have a house on the border, therefore it counts as your home, John. So you get both zones.
Yeah. Mine, I'd probably vacation to somewhere in Pandaria, like the Jade Forest, or... Okay, all right, we're going to make this more complicated. Is it weird that Pandaran destinations make me nervous because I think I'm going to get a foreign illness?
Well, if you go to Pandaria and you haven't had your Shaw vaccine, there's a chance that any sort of errant emotion could kill you.
I'm like, that's too far to travel. I won't have my doctors around. In real life, I don't worry about these things, but apparently in WoW, I'm a bit of a hypochondriac.
Here, drink this tea. It'll make you feel better.
It's hilarious.
Okay, so Jade Forest then, John?
Is it Valley of the Four Winds next to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one where you do all the farming.
Yeah, probably there. That place is good.
I totally live in the forest there where, you have your training montages. If it wasn't for the absolutely frightening, like, eyeball moss creatures. The first time I saw one of those, I was freaked out so much. I'm like, I can't be near these. They're going to kill me.
Those
I just
are
thought it was
pretty
gonna die.
freaky. But
Yeah,
I'm assuming that one of two things. This is either if I'm in Azeroth, there's no monsters. It's boring like the real world. Or I'm my character and I can deal with that sort of problem.
Okay. Just don't pull too much.
I can stealth. I can vanish. I got ways.
Well, if I was my character, shoot, which character am I going to be?
The monk, if you're staying with a monk.
Yeah, probably. I can just heal myself. I'll be fine. Yeah, that works.
I want to point
What's-
out that the buttress in the chat said Garrosh did get an infection when he went to Pandaria, so
That's true.
accurate.
Well,
Fair
John,
enough.
you have right to be worried. Of course, then again, he did kind of, I don't know what, eat a heart or squeeze a heart on top of himself or something.
Gary the Rash Hellscream is what
Oh!
the buttress added to it, and I like it.
Ah, that's good. I like that.
Well played, chat. You are
Very
you
well
are
played.
on fire
Nice.
today.
I wanna ask you guys a question.
Okay.
With
Okay.
Legion, what is your favorite Legion piece? Whether it's a zone or a piece of music.
Mine's easy. Mine's super easy.
Yeah,
okay.
You heard it at the start of this show.
You can't use that, John. You can't use the overture.
Why not?
I don't know, because I want you to
that
think differently.
particular piece of the overture. And actually, I think it's not from the overture; it's from the cinematic.
Yeah, I think you're right. So that's your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. For me, it is the Mage Order Hall music.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like kind of a, I don't know, like a reworked version of the Dalaran music, maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. I can't like hum it off the top of my head, but as soon as I went in there, I was like, "This is great." It's just this nice, relaxing piece. That's, I mean, it's something that you just kind of listen to while you're reading or studying or something like that. I mean, it makes sense because you're in a mage order hall where there's books flying everywhere and stuff like that.
Where
But
is the Mage Order Hall?
it's in Dalaran.
Okay, that makes sense. I realized that it's one of the few order halls I don't know where it is, and like I had this brief moment of like, it has to be in Dalaran, right? Like it'd be really dumb if they're like, we moved the whole Magic City, let's go find another place to set up base.
Well, John, picture it like it's essentially, think of it as it's the inside of a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside because currently there is no place that could really hold the Mage Order Hall. And the only way to get to it is the mages teleport themselves there.
Okay.
So there's no door or anything like that. We don't have a really cool pull the secret handle and then you walk down a staircase and then you're in the sewers, but it's better than the sewers used to be.
Yeah, our order halls are in the same place. Think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're one of the upper class order halls. You're the lower class order hall.
Excuse me, we're secretive.
You don't even know where ours is.
Because we can't, because why bother? Like,
Oh, okay, makes sense. I will say though, it's kind of cool the fact that, in very slight spoilers for stuff from the beginning of the expansion, but the Death Knights get to go to the Paladin Order Hall, and Paladins get to go to the Priest Order Hall, and I think the Priests also get to go to the Paladin over. I don't know.
is the Priest Order Hall a spaceship?
It is totally a spaceship.
Okay.
It's out in the Twisting Nether.
All right. I thought it was a
Yeah.
spaceship. That was the impression I got.
It's
But-
totally a spaceship.
Also,
kinda-
Arthas's sister's there.
I should probably do that quest more.
I mean, she's there from the get-go, so I didn't feel the need to do a spoiler thing. Because, like,
Yeah.
literally, if you're a priest, I think the first person you talk to is her. But,
I need to go in there and click on people's names till I see Menethil.
yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I've got some bad news about your brother.
She doesn't talk about it.
Huh.
I mean, I guess that's fine. Like, he's probably the black sheep of the family, I'd imagine.
So you
But-
just transmog into the tier that was in Icecrown Citadel. Hey, want to know where I got this armor?
I mean, I guess I appreciate that they decided to give her a character beyond, like, Arthas's sister, and you don't go up to her and you're like, hail, and she's like, hello, I'm Arthas's sister. I remember Arthas, he was a bad guy, and I'm his sister, by the way. And then you mouse over and it says Cassia Menethil or whatever her name is. It's something with
And
a
then her
C.
guild tag
I think
is
Arthas,
seriously Arthas's sister.
Kalia.
Okay.
Is that what it is? It's Kalia? I knew it was something with a C. A. And an IA.
Give me a C. Give me an A. Give me an Arthas's sister.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh, man. So, okay, just really quick, because we're kind of running out of time. Unless there's more music stuff you guys want to talk about.
No. I think we've hit the big themes. Like, I mean, we all play. I mean, I turn the music off eventually because WoW is my Netflix game, but every expansion it's on until max level, basically.
Yeah.
So,
So, John, while you're watching Netflix and you're playing, you turn your music off.
yes.
Ah, Ben,
Aha!
do you do that too?
Yes.
Ah, so am I
Ah!
the weirdo that does not. I have my music on all the time, even if I'm watching, like a movie or a TV or whatever. I've still got it on.
Don't you think it's weird when there's like pandas singing while serious stuff is like Bruce Willis is taking down the terrorists to Happy Kazoo in music?
No. It's just what I do. Okay.
All right.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
One more trip around the horn. Favorite soundtrack from which is the favorite soundtrack? Go, Ben.
Miss and Pandaria.
Leeta? If
Wrath.
you need more... Okay, never mind. Wrath. We got it.
John.
Hey, surprise, everybody. It's Wrath of the Lich King.
Oh,
I
no!
named,
wow!
4 tracks from it talking about favorite bits of music. But no, I understand the Pandaria call. That would probably be my second favorite.
And I get the Wrath too, but Eludra called it in chat. The Happy Kazoo in music, that pushed it over the edge to being my favorite. Because I really love the Wrath a lot. But Miss and Pandaria is just so... and then Happy Kazoo music. So... Yeah.
There's so much good stuff. Like, really. We are... I mean, and we've only spoken music in WoW. Like, again...
Oh my gosh.
Talk other music, Diablo 3.
Some of that Diablo 3 music is just... Yeah. Like, it makes your face melt. It's so good.
Yeah, the main Diablo overture is just... It gets me hyped every time because... I have 3 main experiences with the Diablo 3 overture, and that is waking myself up at what was like 4 a.m. for the announcement of Diablo 3 because it was announced in a different country, and so they were doing this big like countdown to its reveal. So I woke up at a ridiculous hour. I was living with my parents at the time, and my mom was up for some reason, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like,
she was waiting for it too.
I wish that'd be cool. But she's just like, "What are you doing awake?" And I couldn't even talk. I was so tired. I was just like, "There's a thing on the internet," and off I went to watch it, and they played it. And the next one is the BlizzCon that year. That was the theme that I just felt like was noticeable above all the other themes, and so I associated a lot with BlizzCon, which is a lot of good memories and good feelings as well. And then obviously within the game itself, it's a pretty amazing theme too. So
just that little tiny guitar riff.
Oh yeah, if we're going way back, if we're going Diablo 1 and the guitar, that's pretty iconic too. That's a couple bits of a guitar and it's immediately iconic and nostalgic and all of that.
That music from the 3rd act, like the beginning of it when you're running around in the snow on the towers and stuff, that really got me. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, no. So yeah, overall, Blizzard music is great. We love it. It's an integral part of the storytelling process. And I mean, all by itself, it's iconic. So
Yeah.
hopefully they keep making great stuff, because that's what we all want.
Yeah. I mean, they had talented people working for them. Hopefully they continue to hire talented people or contract or whatever they want to call it. You know, I will quote, I think Bo said this, but the saying, they couldn't find one single thing for one of the most talented musicians to do in the entire company. Not one thing. Again, that's kind of a loaded quote. It maybe assumes more than we know about the situation, but I kind of agree. Like, I'm so shocked he's not there, but...
Mm.
One of those things where it's like, let's find something for him and then make sure he's paid well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see where we go from here.
Leeta, thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure talking to you. Where can people find you?
Oh, well, thank you guys for having me, and chatting about music is always fun. So thank you so much. You can find me on Twitter, which is at Leeta Wow, which is LEETAWOW. And I only do 3 shows. So you can find me at Behind the Avatar, the WoW Challenges podcast, and Adventures in Azeroth.
Wonderful. And definitely check those out. They're a lot of fun. John, what about you? Where can people find you?
If people want to hear more from me, the best bet is to follow me on Twitter. I'm at John_Jagger. You can also hear me talking about Heroes of the Storm on a show called Core.
Core!
It's part of the Frog Pants Network. You can find out more about that at heroesforyou.com.
Why do do you remember why I started doing that forever ago?
I have no idea, but it makes me very happy because it has stuck around. On this show, when we're about to start the show, there will usually be someone in the chat who will say core, and then a bunch of people will write in all caps core. It has become a thing for the actual show itself. So congratulations, Ben. You started a thing.
I created something. Yay! Just by going core.
Yep. Nailed it.
All right.
Of
course,
Ben,
fun fact.
Hey,
really quick fun fact. I heard someone say core somewhere out in the world, and I almost immediately just jumped in and said core. Almost. I stopped myself at the k. I'm like, yeah.
You should have done it. It would have been so good.
No, I think it was at work, and I don't even remember what it was for. Oh yeah.
Ben, hi.
Hi, John.
Hello.
I'm stitching my eye. Don't mind me.
Okay. Besides itching your eye, where else can people find you?
Down on the corner, itching my eye. No. Best place to find me is on Twitter. I am at Ben the Mage. I do another show with Aludra. It's called Battle Pets, where we talk about battle pets in the World of Warcraft, with a new episode coming out sometime this weekend if it's not already up. Other than that, this show, Azeroth Roundtable, you can find us on Twitter at AzerothRT. On top of that, we have shows all over the place, like on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Alpha Geek Radio, and just anywhere where, awesome, fine podcasts are found to listen to. Or on Google, maybe. I don't know.
I like that it changed from awesome to fine.
Well, awesomely fine. Yeah, there you
awesomely
go.
Fine.
It works. Yeah. If you want to share with us your, favorite music from Blizzard, World of Warcraft, or beyond, just go ahead and send those in to AzerothRoundtable@gmail.com, because, we like to hear from you. We don't always answer back. We don't always read it on the show, but we do read what you send.
Yeah.
So thank you. We appreciate that. Other than that, like we talked about, our opening theme is music from Blizzard. It's great. It's wonderful. And thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah. And thank you to our patrons who make this show possible, who keep us in the business of podcasting. A very special shout out to the Murloc Club patrons. We have special thanks going out to Aaron Bleep, Simon, and Haster. Thank you all for your... Okay, so here's a funny thing about Aaron Bleep. He went on there and changed his name to Aaron Bleep to help me out. So an extra special thank you to Aaron Bleep for changing your name to Aaron Bleep so that I don't mess up and say your name and will now just say Bleep.
Thanks, Aaron Bleep.
And now that we've done this, Aaron Bleep can further influence the show by changing his last name to whatever he wants now that he knows I will literally read whatever is there. So enjoy that power, Aaron Bleep, and thank you for your patronage.
I'm just going to cut off right there. That's an episode.
Woo!
We did it.
We did it.
High fives.
We episoded all over the place. Get 'em up.
What?
Because
The episode.
it's covered in episode.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's as long as you clean up the mess, I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a professional episode cleaner up in here.
Yeah. 6.5 out of 10. Not enough bleeps. Oh, that's too bleep.
Bleep.
Yeah. Save Project S. I'm saving the show.
Say, well, bleep you.
Thist is going to
I'm
volunteer
kidding.
to be our episode cleaner.
Her show cleaner upper.
Yeah.
She volunteers as tribute.
When we're done episoding all over the place, she'll take care of it.
Nice.
That's very
We
nice.
can come into a nice, clean studio the next day. I mean, in a week. We're not a daily show.
Well, technically less than a week now because it's Saturday.
Yeah. Just think about it that way. It's even less time until we do another show.
Oh. Man.
Probably. No, I don't think there's anything coming up on Friday. But you never know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're good.
Aaron bleep.
Yeah, because I can't do it this week or next weekend because I got plans.
Oh yeah.
It could be poop.
are you
No,
D&Ding?
it's not poop.
It's not poop.
No.
This episode was fine.
Episode.
It was not poop.
Yes, it's episode everywhere.
How dare you call our episode poop?
That was a lot of fun.
Bleepity bleep.
Let's see.
That was fun. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat room.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks, everyone.
us. Hey,
Good fun.
did you all see the Stranger Things season 2 trailer? Because it's good.
No, I did not. The new one. I saw the teaser from
Nope.
forever ago.
Did you all see the new Thor Ragnarok trailer? Because
Nope.
It-
Because
even cooler.
John, is it going to Spider-Man: Homecoming piss me off?
No, because the movie seems like it's filled with joy, and it just makes me happy. I'm gonna send you the link.
Okay. Well, I shall look at it at some point. Is that? There we go.
Oh, Ben's playing some Warcraft music.
Yes.
Look at that.
Then we should probably talk over it so that we're not taking off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though Blizzard has given their blessing to using their music for their stuff. Link Thor. I will send you a link to Thor. There you go. Check it out. I
Is it
can't
really
wait
Thor?
for it. I can't wait for it. It's so good.
November can't come soon enough.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
It just came out today, I think.
Well, remember, she's in the future.
Oh.
I'm in the future. I probably had it like 2 weeks ago.
She's probably actually seen Thor already.
Oh no. A lot happens
Oh, no.
in a day.
Yeah, well, he is Australian. I'm just saying.
He personally
Hello.
comes to everybody's house in Australia and gives you a personal screening of Thor. It's the advantage to being in Australia.
Hello? I've got the new Thor here. That's a horrible accent.
Wow,
too.
that was good. Way to go, Ben. You're really nailing it.
Oh, Discord. Yeah. Wicked Caitlin, thank you very much for putting that in there. If for some reason you guys aren't in the Discord yet, it'd help if I use the right thing for copy paste. The link is right there. Hey, 10 out of 10 for Aussie, Ben. Crikey.
Ah, ooh,
What was it on Razor Blade?
hey, all right. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There was also a new trailer for Justice League, which I hope Justice League is going to be good. But now when I watch Justice League, the only thing I keep thinking is, man, they drug Wonder Woman into this Justice League thing.
Yeah, I kind of think the same thing.
And I just feel bad for her. I'm like, I'm sorry. You should go get your own movie again and forget about these other people.
Yeah. Kim, did you see Wonder Woman at all?
No, not yet.
Oh, you need to see it. It is so good.
Yeah, I'm hoping to when I get on holidays. It's just, yeah, life's been a bit crazy, so.
I understand. I understand completely.
There's so many things I want to do when I get on holidays. I'm going to need a holiday from my holiday.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, apparently this was a bit of news that came out of Comic-Con as well. By the way, after the show is when I catch up on all my comic book news and share it with everybody.
Apparently.
The Captain Marvel movie is going to take place in the 90s with her fighting the Skrulls, and it's going to have 90s Nick Fury, who will not have the patch over his eye,
Oh.
in it as well.
How's it going to make him look 30 years younger?
Um,
Oh, by the way, John, you probably already saw it, but I wanted to mention it since we did talk about it in the Spider-Man cast. No, the Fantastic Four are not going to be in Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, really? That's weird. I had heard that.
Yeah, it was debunked like the next day,
Huh.
unfortunately.
See? Hey, maybe this is what happens when you decide to keep all your shit super secretive and you let just the people writing about it determine what the news is. You get a bunch of people who make a bunch of crap up, and all we can do is believe it because we weren't able to see any of it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or then you get pissed off that someone thinks it online and then release it the next day saying, fine, you guys, here's what it is. Yeah, I still can't believe that DC was like so mad that the Suicide Squad trailer came out. I mean, it did absolutely nothing whatsoever for that movie because it was so bad. But
like, it's still the same thing. It looks like it looks like we're not getting any actual footage for the Infinity War stuff. It's just like, hey, we're gonna just describe what it was.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it'll come out because I guess they showed it there as well. But it's just annoying to me. It's just like, hey, come on, guys.
it's like, well, I mean, the thing is yeah, people paid a whole bunch of money to go see it and everything. That's great. Release it like the next day or something.
Yeah.
If you want them to feel like exclusive and stuff like that, just release it the next.
They're still the first ones to see it. Like,
yeah. Well, it's like BlizzCon. They show stuff at BlizzCon, but hey, everybody gets to see it because they live stream stuff.
it looks like maybe it is out there. I clicked a story that was like, hey, here's a description, but it looks like there's a video attached to it. So maybe we will get to see the Infinity War stuff.
Maybe.
Although this looks like a behind-the-scenes thing. Yeah, it's a behind-the-scenes thing. So, I don't know. It's dumb. Guys, just release your footage. It'll be fine. I promise.
Yeah. Of course, I still haven't seen the behind-the-scenes thing for The Last Jedi that was at D23 because, again, Spider-Man Homecoming burned me. I'm not going to go see that preview if I can avoid it. All that stuff.
Well, there you go. I watched it. I think you should watch it.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I got to get to editing because tomorrow I got to work. So
No.
Have I pointed out, Ben, that all you do is work?
You have.
Um,
After September 1st, in theory, I won't be only working.
good.
Looking forward to that day.
After September 1st, Ben gets a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably put in for some time after that. I still have like a whole week I can take off, apparently.
Ooh.
That's even with BlizzCon and Star Wars Day
Wow.
in there.
Cool.
Yeah. That's what happens when you work at a company for 10 years. You get more time off.
25.
You worked at your place longer than I have. At mine.
Yeah. Did I say that out loud? Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised that you got your job when you were 1 year old, but good on you.
Exactly.
Good on you.
Exactly. Thanks, Ben. Yeah. That's it.
All right, gang. That's going to do it for the show tonight on a real
Thanks, chat
depressing
room.
work note.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go find Sarah and I'm gonna say, hey, look at the Stranger Things trailer that was linked, and then it'll be all happy again.
And watch the Thor one too. It's good.
I will.
Hey, cool.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye, chat room.
Bye, everybody.
I don't know why I'm waving to the chat room because they can't see me.